The new head of the competition watchdog has the big supermarkets in his sights. The ACCC chairman, Rod Sims, says he'll be scrutinising deals they do with suppliers to make sure there's no abuse of power. He's also put the franchise sector on notice, as Andrew Robertson reports.
Getting the mix right in a Wendy's franchise has proved tricky for Trevor Banks. He argues the franchisor has all the power.
The imbalance comes from having to purchase at the franchisee pricing, where largely their products are supplied by companies that they either are involved with or they get rebates from.
And it's that perception the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission now says it's ready to tackle by playing a more activist role.
The ACCC, I'd like to think, can play a bit of a helpful role for franchising by perhaps a stronger enforcement of the code, particularly using some new audit powers that we've now got.
Those powers will allow Rod Sims' team to inspect the books of franchisors. However, industry veteran Mike Padden believes many franchisees bring their problems on themselves by a failure to properly investigate the businesses they buy.
We find that they do not contact existing franchisees, do not really check out the system, don't understand the franchise agreement often, and often don't go to their accountant to find out whether the figures are correct.
Even if franchisors are forced to open up their books, Wendy's Trevor Banks is not convinced it will solve many problems.
It's always been a legal issue where the franchisors are saying, this is our legal requirement. To me, it's always been a moral issue.
In a wide-ranging speech on competition, Mr Sims indicated the ACCC will also be looking hard at a number of other sectors. One of those is supermarkets, and in particular the relationship Coles and Woolworths have with their suppliers.
We can look at their supplier arrangements in terms of making sure there's no unconscionable conduct, and we can look at the fact that they're not misusing their market power, perhaps in the way they deal with branded products that may be competing with their own private label products.